The amount of fucks that I'm about to give for my entire day is just non-existent. It's dwindling into the negative digits, honestly, at this point. I'm on a sugar crash, I ain't gonna fucking... Guys, it's another writing vlog, because otherwise, I'm not gonna get any of my book written. Also, fun fact of the day. Quit being impressed by people doing the minimal effort for you, such as treating you with human decency and some goddamn respect, because y'all be out here, and by that I mean me, being so impressed by the smallest gesture of human kindness, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you practically just sacrificed the entire world for me. Like, bitch, no. When someone's like, yeah, like, I'll respect your boundaries, I'm over here being like, the fuck? Like, no, you're not supposed to respect my boundaries. And then they're like, no, if you say no, I'm gonna respect it. And I'm just like, I'm the fucking Queen of England, y'all. So, yeah, I don't know where else this was going, but fun fact of the day. I think having a meltdown at 3 in the morning was probably the best decision I could make, except my poor hairdresser, he's gonna take one look at my hair and he's like, you look like Children of the Corn. That cemetery shit up in this joint. Oh well. What are we doing today, mate? You and I are going to write because I need to get this book done, and I found that I get it done when I write with you guys, so...
Why the fuck not?
I'm not going anywhere today.
Can't you tell?
I have a bit of a cold. Friday when I was leaving school, I got caught in a freaking rainstorm. And I was soaked.
God damn it, Barb!
All over. So to my friend who ended up staying with me on the weekend, if you get a cold, you know why. I'm sorry. Also, I keep my place really cold. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. Today, I'd like to get at least 2,000 words done. And yes, I did put 2 scoops of sugar in my tea. What you gonna do? I feel like I would do so well in England. I put milk in my tea. Now I'm just stereotyping. I'm officially an asshole. Self-awareness, man. It's a journey. I think I put way too much milk in my tea. So I slept until 12. Thank you. You're the love of my life, you know that? Oh my god, you're so cute. Thank you. I woke up at 12 and now it's like 3? I don't know, I just blinked and it was 3 in the afternoon, so I'm probably gonna go back to bed, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a few hours work done and then I'll probably just watch a movie. So, I should actually probably move my ass in the kitchen to write this because otherwise I'll fall asleep in bed. I read somewhere that if you start working in bed, your brain doesn't see it as like a sleeping space, it sees it as a working space. So that's why some people have a hard time going to sleep, because their brain associates bed with work instead of sleeping. Is that a thing, or is that just me? I really don't feel like doing anything, to be completely honest. Did you guys know that calvities means baldness in Latin? Okay, I'm gonna start working now. To be fair, I have a cold, so... I'm gonna actually write now. I love how I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a few hours done of writing, and then I just take a nap and it's now 6 in the afternoon. I hope your day is more productive than mine. I'm feeling so crusty right now, it's not even funny. You want to see something cool? My friend made this. It's a coaster, and that's my channel name. Isn't that so cute? She makes a lot of really cool things. She made me my bookmark and my wallet that I still use. I think I'll use that till like the day I die or it falls apart. But honestly, you should check her out because she makes really cool stuff. She even made a purse, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. You should check her out. I'll link her just like info below. Go show her some love because she is such a lovely person. What am I doing? I'm writing a book. But you don't need to know. Oh, I hate having a cold. Not gonna lie, I am struggling a bit right now. The amount of times I've had to rewrite this chapter because it isn't coming to me. I'm not feeling excited about it the way that I was with other chapters that I've written. And I'm also kind of struggling with writing characters. Here's the thing for me, when I'm writing my characters, I don't want them to be problematic or toxic. I'm so tired of reading shitty characters from good books. Like, they're actually good books, and what makes me always put those like books down or deduct a point or whatever is because of the personality of the characters. It's like, if they weren't so bitchy or if they weren't problematic, you'd get a 5-star from me. So the thing is, for me, if I don't want to read problematic characters, then I'm not gonna write problematic characters, but I want them to be real. And I know that there are toxic people out there in real life. I know there are problematic people in my life, but for my characters, I want people to read them and say, I can relate to this character. I want people to relate to my characters and see a little bit of themselves in them. And so I'm struggling a bit on that. My main character, I feel like sometimes she's a little too bland. I want her character to be like, she doesn't give a shit about anybody. She's doing her thing, and she's loyal to her friends, but she's just kind of a chill person. And the thing is, I don't want her to be too chill. Not gonna lie, I think the cold has gotten to my head a bit. I don't have the energy to keep writing, but I promised myself I'd write. So I think I'm gonna write for another 30 minutes, and then I'm just gonna shut the laptop because right now I just do not have the mental capacity to write. So this is day 1 of me trying to write, and so far it's not really working. So maybe tomorrow will be a bit better. We'll see. Anyways, let's finish writing for at least another 30 minutes, and then I'll go do something else with my life. Not sleeping though. I can't be sleeping. I'm on my way to school because I have to desk warm, and while I desk warm, I'm going to be writing. So, don't I look like I'm from the Pride and Prejudice Regency era? I'm at school and I'm about to write. Summer break is in session pretty much, so my break doesn't start till next week. This week, I just have to come to school and desk warm. So while I desk warm for the next 2 days for 5 hours each day, I'm going to write. I don't know what's going on with my hair today, but I just had no patience for it. I took my hair out of my ponytail because it was giving me a headache. And I'm looking more like if Bellatrix Lestrange had a good hair day. Okay, while I fix my abomination of hair, I wanted to talk about book writing and kind of how to get into it and just kind of, I don't know, where to start, how to like build your characters. Of course, this is coming from a very inexperienced author who's not even an author. I'm not even a published author. I'm still making my way downtown through chapter 8. So take this with a grain of salt. Honestly, if you're looking for more information of writing, I highly recommend you find YouTubers who are actually writers and have published work, or just know what the fuck they're doing. I will leave in the description box below a bunch of different booktubers that I really enjoy watching, and they have a lot of helpful tips of writing and what, you know, editors want to see, what editors don't want to see, and just kind of things that, like, for those who are interested in writing. If you're like me, who's very new to it, I highly recommend just doing a lot of research, getting into book communities, whether it's on Twitter or just Tumblr or Instagram, wherever you can like get your hands on in a group setting where, you know, there are people out there to help you. I look like an asshole. My friend warned me. She warned me about bangs. She's like, it looks cute now, but it's hard to maintain. And I'm over here being like, but my hair is not like other hair. It has a mind of its own, which it clearly does. I mean, what is this? It's doing its own thing. Am I about to have a mental breakdown in my classroom? Just so you guys know, my classroom is empty. This is where I teach. So let's talk about writing a book, how to start, how I started, my testimony of how I started writing. I started 6 years ago. I've been writing since I can remember. I remember having a shitty little notebook and I would just write stories. Didn't make any sense, but I was writing. And I was also reading. Another thing that many writers will say and encourage is always read, always keep reading, because reading stimulates the mind. It brings, you know, new ideas, new words to you. So I highly recommend, even if you're not writing, to read. Whether it's from Percy Jackson series to Lord of the Rings to, I don't know, Dante and Virgil's work. Just keep reading. It doesn't matter what level you're reading. The more you read, the higher the level you'll get, the more your brain is able to soak in and to write. So take away from this what you will, but just remember, to be a really good writer, you should be reading a lot. Okay, let's talk about how you come up with the plotline. How did I come up with the plotline? So my first book that I was writing, I had a kind of idea where I was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna have a character who's going to be kind of like the chosen one, right? He's going to pick up friends along the way, and then they all become the chosen ones, and then they save the world or whatever. And then I go, okay, how do I make this deeper, not just on the surface level, boring, you know, same tale as old as time. I said, what if like created this universe with this dimension with these kinds of characters, and you just keep adding on. Now the first book kind of fell through because I was stuck with the plot line. I had a beginning, I had a middle, but I had no end. So with plot lines, it's kind of like, what is the purpose of these characters? What is their main goal? Why are they on this journey? Why are they doing these things? Why are they, you know, with these other characters? So you just kind of have to ask yourself, what is the driving point of the story? What is the end goal? How does it end? So for me, I don't know about other authors, but for me, I am like, unless I have an end story that wraps everything up, I do not have a story. The book that I'm currently writing, I already have the ending down. I already know the moral of the story, or like the main plot line, the main reasoning of the characters. And from there, that's where I begin my other story. Okay, moving on from plot to character, I guess how I created my character is, I'm gonna be honest, it's from Pinterest. I just started looking at different artists' works of different, you know, fantasy characters, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I saw a picture of one character, I'm like, of a person, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is one character that I am thinking of, and this perfectly matches with what I see him or her, and then I just kind of go from there. For me, with my characters, I want a little bit of myself in each one of them. Even from the good to the bad, I want them to represent a small bit of me. In a sense, they're kind of my children. I'm writing them, I'm creating this world. So put a little bit of yourself, I guess, into the characters, the good and the bad qualities. In all honesty, when you're writing, you kind of look at yourself when you write in these characters in a way. So it can be a little intimidating. Honestly, again, take what I say with a grain of salt, because because I am not a published author. When you're writing, don't worry about making sure everything is perfect. I'm a perfectionist, so when I write, I always go back and I always like switch, make sure the grammar's on point. I always make sure my spelling's on point, and what I'm writing comes across well. You'll have all the time you need when you're editing. Just write it all down because you will forget it. There are times where I will go to bed and I'll be like, I'll come up with a scene or an idea or a dialogue. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll remember it tomorrow. I'm too tired to write. The next day I get up and I'm just like, I had an idea and I don't even remember it anymore. So write. Just write what you can come up with. Do not worry about grammar mistakes and all that. You will have time to go back over it. That doesn't mean you should just write and skip words and whatever and be like, oh, I can go back over it. Write as well as you can in the moment. Take your time with writing. Don't be too quick. Spend as much time as you can writing down your ideas. You can go back over it a few times. If you find yourself going back over and over and over, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna get really sick of that chapter. And two, it's all gonna get jumbled up and then you're just gonna see it as like this one big mess pile and you're just like, you become overwhelmed. With that being said, I'm going to go back to writing. Put your back into it. If there's anything that I want you to take away from this little 5-minute advice is keep writing and keep reading. Always keep reading because that's gonna help you.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It's 11. I actually slept for more than 8 hours, and I don't know how I feel about that. For once, I actually had a healthy amount of sleep, and I feel more tired than I ever did. Tell me why I feel more awake and refreshed when I have like 4 to 6 hours of sleep. It's so weird. And then when I decide to have a healthy amount of sleep, I'm still tired. Let me go back to sleep and wake up at 2. Today is the 3rd day of me actually trying to write shit. You guys are gonna have to come with me to school again because I have to desk warm.
I forgot my laptop. Thankfully though, my book is on my Google Drive, so I can just work on it from my computer here at work. But my problem is I forgot my laptop. I do this all the time. Here's to me being a forgetful person. Also, I had to change out of my shirt because I sweated so much. I'm gonna start writing now. Goodbye.
I just needed to go to therapy. But I don't know, I've been kind of having fun making content again, and so
Guys, the world is so much better. Look at this. One of my teachers from my school saw that I was waiting for my bus in this heat and she gave me a ride home. Yeah, and then she gave me one of these. The world's a better place. I was so touched because I did not expect that. I had so many other teachers drive by me and she was the only one who gave me a ride.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
So my dumbass just realized that I didn't end my Wednesday vlog. So today's Thursday morning. This is me saying goodbye to this week's vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed it because I don't have the energy to vlog anymore. It's super hot. I'm feeling not the greatest and I don't think I can continue on. Plus this vlog was kind of dragging, so at least you got 3 days of me doing something. But let me know if this is something you'd like to see more of, like the writing journey with me. Like I said before, I really write a lot when I sit down and write with you guys. For some reason, I don't know. I'm more productive when I'm working with you guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna go get ready for work, but I will see you guys later. And drink some water, stay hydrated, and be kind to yourselves. And I shall see you all later. Goodbye, mate. Bye-bye.